Hi everyone, I am Jasmit Kaur, a grade 12 student of Jiregoenka Public School. Today I will talk about the impact of COVID-19 on our environment. But before that, I want to ask you a question. Okay, so do you think the air pollution of Delhi reached 1999 in which year? Was it 2015 or 16 or 17 or 18 or 19 or 20? Well, you know what? If you guessed any of these years, you will be correct. You know why? Because we literally broke the scale. Can you believe it? The air pollution of Delhi has been 999 since the year 2015 because the scale broke. We are living in a society where if we breathe, it is as bad as smoking cigarettes. We are literally dying by just breathing. This is not fair to us. But most importantly, this is not fair to our environment. We as a society need to overcome this, and we are doing this as our mother nature has its own way of healing. And therefore now we are sitting at homes so that our environment can thrive and survive. Greetings everyone. Today I am going to talk about the impact of COVID-19 on our environment. First, let's talk about what was happening before. The air around us was toxic, as I just discussed about, because of the greenhouse gas emissions. And because of that, there were melting glaciers. Now, how does that affect us, right? Well, polar bears were dying. Our penguins were dying. Why? Because they don't have a place to live. Now, again, you might say, okay, that's good and all, but how does polar bear dying affect us? Well, we are losing so much on our natural resources. We could learn so much from those organisms. For example, wick is made from polar bears fat. We are not going to get that anymore. Chocolate, we are not going to have chocolate in years. Now, it's okay if you don't care about chocolate, but do you care about people? I hope everyone does, because we should have some empathy. Maybe we are staying in India where oceans are in a V shape, so people can move upwards, northwards. But there are so many small islands. People don't have anywhere to go because of these floodings. People decide to stay in their islands with pride rather than migrating because UN is not doing enough for these people. Now, there have been drastically less number of floods since COVID-19. What more is happening because of COVID-19? Well, air pollution is less, water pollution is less, even noise pollution is less. Can you believe that one? Even the most important one, soil pollution, which I know many of us can debate, like medical equipments are being thrown in the soil, but still soil pollution is lesser. Now, let's talk about the air pollution and the quality of air. Because of lockdown, we are not traveling anywhere, right? So we are not using cars, we are not using planes, we are not using ships, we are not using motorcycles, not trains, nothing. So all of that carbon emission has been saved by us. So even the industries are closed, right? And because they are closed, they are not producing so much of black air. You know what was that black air? That was carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide. We have gotten this weather because of climate change, because of all of these gases in our environment right now. The nutritional level of the plants has also increased. You know why? Because carbon dioxide level has decreased. Now, how does that differ? Well, there has been scientific studies by Harvard which shows the amount of carbon dioxide is inversely proportional to the amount of nutrition in a plant. That means if there's more carbon dioxide, there will be less nutrition. But if there is less carbon dioxide, there will be more nutrition. We want more nutrition in our food, right? Also, there is less pest. Now, less pest isn't like our animals thriving. Well, that's a good thing to think about, don't you think so? The water quality has becoming better and better. We can see fishes, we could not clean Ganga in these decades by investing crores of rupees, but just by staying home for less than an year, we have cleaned Ganga at max, which it has been since 2000. Can you believe that? We are not fishing, or we are not traveling in boats for even pleasure. Because of this, water bodies have been clearing itself because there's less human interaction. Similarly, in Venice, you can see fishes inside water. Also, in the coastal regions of India, and I'm pretty sure in many other places, sea turtles have started laying eggs where they never used to because of less human intervention. Similarly, for effects on wildlife. Now again, where fishes are concerned, we have already talked about how there's decline of fishing. Because of this, biomass will increase. Similarly, plants are thriving, animals are thriving. Animals have been spotted moving in places they never used to go. For example, in the villages of Karnataka, we have seen so many animals just moving freely. They never felt safe there, but now the case is totally opposite. We have come to animals' houses, and it is not the opposite way. So we should not forget that all of the environments, all of the elements of the environments that include flora and fauna have to stay sustainably with human beings, because we are also a part of this environment. We might be highly developed, but we must never forget that we are not supposed to be selfish in this environment, and we are supposed to take all of the creatures living here in a safe path. That is our job. It is not our job to exploit them. Effects on vegetation. Now, animals are increasing, pests are decreasing, so that is having such a big impact. Now, what about vegetation? See, there is cleaner air, right? Because of cleaner air, there's also cleaner water. And plants, what do they need? They need sunlight, air, and water to grow. Now, plants are also flourishing like anything in this environment, and that, my friends, is one of the most important benefits of COVID-19. Now, I know it is a very bad time and everyone is sad, but let us not forget how good of an impact it is having on vegetation. COVID-19 is not all bad, and we are at a standstill, but the environment is thriving. We have observed so many positive impacts, but they are not all good. You know what? Unfortunately, when COVID-19 will get over, which I hope it does soon, but all these impacts will also go away. So, you might think that, then what's the point of it? Well, that is not the case, So many business houses will not travel anymore, because they would understand that the impact that they are having in this video conference, like we are right now talking, is similar to what they would have had when they traveled for so many years. Then there is this new idea of green buildings. Now, this is helping people in growing their businesses, as well as it is helping them in sustainable development. That is what we want right now, right? We sure hope that medical staff improves and we are able to find a way for proper sanitation without developing so much waste. But although for now, I feel like all of us are doing our part in a very good way. We should all stay positive and stay safe. We should always try to look at benefits of everything. Stay happy, stay blessed. Bye.